Hi, friends. Good morning and welcome to day one of the Transformation Spark Off. We are going to kick off this 11-day journey by talking about breath. Breath, as you might know, is our bridge into our life force. So, the direct access to life force is via a breath. And when we can notice our breath, control our breath, shift the frequency, the depth of our breath, we are actually also accessing our life force. In most cultures have some vocabulary to explain life force. In India, we call it prana. In the East, it's called chi or ki. And there are many other descriptions of this vital, essential component that connects us actually to our source and that which is common in all of us and in all living beings. So, whether it is animal or a tree or anything that has life, has a life force. And when we access our life force, in that moment, we are actually connected to all beings and everything that has life force. So, when this connection becomes more deliberate and when we can actually do it at will, then we have suddenly the ability at will to connect back to our source. And it's literally like taking your device and plugging it into an electrical socket. When you connect to the source, you tap into an infinite pool of energy. And this connection or this plugging in provides a source, a fountain of energy that will transform the way you respond to life, the energy with which you can live each day, do your tasks, be available for relationships. This shifts. So, the primary purpose, the reason that most healing modalities talk about connecting with the breath, having this practice in your life, is so that you have at your fingertips this ability to connect back to the source and refresh. It's just like if you were a phone or a laptop. Imagine if you never connected to the power socket. How far can you go? You're not going to be very good. Soon you're going to be in power saving mode. And however powerful your battery is, at one point you just have nothing more to put out. And that actually does explain our human lives. For lots of us, we actually are staggering through each day with minimal energy and with a feeling of listlessness, anxiety, a low level of exhaustion, or a feeling that you're not really being complete, like you're just doing the bare minimum. And this very simple practice, if when introduced into your life on a daily basis, can give you access to infinite amount of energy, infinite resources. And it's as simple as this: closing your eyes and connecting to your breath so that that connection back to your life force and then through your life force to all the source of all life becomes complete. If this sounds interesting, and I really am counting on it, let me talk to you through the mechanics of the practice. Yeah. So the first thing that you want to pay attention to is the ability to close your eyes. So when I do this practice live at my events or workshops, I notice that in the beginning, people have a struggle with closing their eyes. And my suggestion to all of them and to you is maybe in the beginning, notice that when you close your eyes, So when you close your eyes, some people might notice a fluttering or the need to open your eyes and then shut them back down off. This is all normal practice. So it is maybe useful for you to use a blindfold. Make sure that it is not tied very tightly, but it kind of rests on your eyes and it supports your ability to close your eyes till you start to feel safe. Were you, were you in a space where you're wearing glasses or any kind of corrective action? For this practice, I suggest you remove the glasses and make sure that you have nothing in front of your eyes when you've closed them for this practice. The second thing is breath through the nose or the mouth. So unless it's a specific breathing technique and the instruction specifically talks about breathing in or out through your mouth, the default instruction is always that your lips are together, so your mouth is closed, and you're breathing in through your nose. The instruction also is that your tongue just rests lightly on your palate and not on the roof of your mouth. Yeah. The reason that certain breathing techniques advise use of breath in or out through your mouth is probably for a forceful release or to cool your body. So in general, the default is mouth closed, breathing through the nose. The third instruction for this practice is noticing your spine. So everybody says, is it really important to have your spine straight when you are in practice, watching your breath? And the simple answer is yes. The suggestion, however, is don't force yourself. So I'll see people doing this very stiff movement, and then it's kind of painful. So your whole attention is on the pain in your body, and you miss the point. So till you can train your body to just hang loose so that your spine is not straight, it's in its natural shape. As you know, the natural shape of the spine is not actually straight, but it's in an S shape, and everybody's spine is genetically a little bit different. So till you are able to just sit straight and let your spine hang in its natural shape, it's totally okay to have support. So if just having enough support on your lower back does it, fantastic. If you actually need to sit against a wall or a high back chair, whatever works for you. The only suggestion is that as you grow the practice, see if you can start to move away from the support, and as your seat relaxes, so your hip girdle and your lower back starts to get used to this movement, you will notice it is easier to sit and in this practice without feeling any pain and having your spine just hanging. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing is intention. What is intention? There is a beautiful Sanskrit word called sankalpa, and that I think is a better description. Intention comes close. Intention is more than just an aim or a goal. It's a combination of a goal and a resolve. So it's really important that when we do this practice of watching the breath, that we hold the intention that what we plan to do as we practice, or the intention we want to hold, is one of complete awareness and total relaxation. And both those are aspiration points. So as you practice, you will have moments when you get to that confluence. And in the meantime, you just enjoy the process. Yeah, and we're going to talk about it in days to come, about enjoying the process rather than focusing on being perfect. And the last thing then, after intention, so we've spoken about the eyes, the mouth versus nose breathing, the spine, the intention, and then the last thing is attention. So once I close my eyes and I've decided that I've made this resolve, I've made this intention, that I'm going to have this practice of just noticing my breath. Where is my attention? So the suggestion again is that your attention is So with your eyes closed, your attention actually is you're looking inward. So you've actually shifted. So when your eyes are open, you're looking outwards. So imagine if that gaze turned exactly 180 degrees. So when you close your eyes and you observe this practice, the attention or could be that you're looking internally. If for those people who need a point of attention, there are two suggestions: either the third eye, so right between your eyebrows, or 2 inches below your navel. However, this is just a suggestion, and my own experiences, you can be fairly loose about it. Just close your eyes and notice where your attention just naturally wants to go. So before we practice this together, one last thing. So when you close your eyes, you're letting your spine hang loose, you have the intention, you figured out where your attention feels comfortable. Immediately you're going to be hit first with just a barrage of thoughts, everything from the ridiculous to the random. Oh, I wonder if I left the gas on. Oh, did I remember to feed my fish? I wonder where I left my favorite blue robe. Oh, I must remember to call a client. In fact, sometimes the thoughts are so strong that you literally physically feel the need to open your eyes, get up, and spring into action in response to that random thought. And then underlying that barrage of thoughts are emotions: fear, anger, anxiety, sadness, and sometimes a feeling of expansion, gratitude, love. The idea of this practice is to literally watch the thoughts and the emotions and bodily sensations. So suddenly I feel a need to itch my, scratch an itch on my nose, or I need to, just wiggle my body a little bit, to watch all of those occurrences, or as they call it in yoga, the modifications of the mind, without any action, without any involvement, to just watch it. And that's the practice. Yeah. And it is called a practice for a reason, that we're not good at it yet. So sometimes we get there and sometimes we don't. Yeah. So this is the fundamental block of on the journey of a transformation. It looks and feels very similar, and completely inspired by the process of Vipassana. If this is something that interests you, you can look at the link which will show up at the bottom of the video, talking about where you can learn more about Vipassana. And once this becomes your daily practice, you will notice that those 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes really give you juice, give you energy that powers the rest of your day in a very different way, in a very transformed way. So we are going to practice it. Your takeaway for today is very simple. The suggestion is 5 minutes of this practice before you go to bed, and 5 minutes when you first get up in the morning. For any reason, if this is difficult, then 5 minutes twice in the day whenever it fits your schedule. Yeah. And again, the invitation is that you do it every single day for 11 days. I had suggested, if you've watched the day 0 video, I'd suggested that you keep a journal through the 11-day journey, and every day make a note of the practices that you are successfully accomplishing on every day of the spark off. As you can imagine, every day the takeaways will build on on themselves. So every day you will have an additional practice. And one last thing before we jump into the practice. The idea of tracking this in a journal and even writing down what you feel, journaling a bit at the end, this is strictly to have a feeling of movement, of success. There is no blame, shame, expectation, judgment. So we're not going to use this as a way to beat ourselves. Oh my God, I joined this pack off and I've done nothing. So this is not going to be one more reason for us to beat ourselves up. This is actually something that we will do as exactly in the opposite way. We do it as it fits, and when we don't do it, we didn't do it. Yeah, because we couldn't do it. We were doing something else. And see how it feels to be able to just flow with it and see what comes up and see what's possible. Yeah. So we're going to end today's little video with the practice. So to get started, close your eyes, find a quiet place. One last suggestion, please, if you could put your phone on silent or away from yourself, unless you're watching the video on the phone, then have it on silent, and then close your eyes and start to get ready for the practice of watching your breath, or as the Buddha called it, the Vipassana technique. We are going to go for 5 minutes. You are welcome to stay as long as you like. This video will turn off after the time is over, and then you can continue to enjoy this practice. So close your eyes. Pay attention that your mouth is closed. Your spine is relaxed. Set your intention. And enjoy.